So drum roll. And the number one worst city to live in the United Kingdom is. Are you planning to move to the UK in 2025? Maybe for work, for studies, or to start a new life with your family? Hold on, just before you pack your bag, you might want to avoid the cities. In this video, I am going to be sharing the top 10 UK cities that are rated the worst to live in, and I'm going to be telling you why based on real data, crime stats, and social conditions. Just a quick disclaimer, this video is not to shame any UK city or the people living in it. Every place has its good and bad sides. I am simply sharing public information, stats, and surveys that show some challenges that some cities are currently facing, especially if you are relocating and want to make informed decisions. Also, I'm gonna be using my phone to support me on this video because these data and stats are taken online, so I will need my phone to just read out the information that are publicly out there. Let's just get into it. So on the top 10 worst cities to live in the UK, coming up in number 10 is Newport, Wales. Yeah, you heard me right. So why is this UK city rated one of the worst cities to live in the UK? First reason is jobs are hard to find in this particular city according to statistics, and also some parts of the city struggle with crime and antisocial behavior. For these reasons, it may not be the best place for young families or people wanting a fresh start. So think before you move. And coming up in number 9 is Liverpool, England. So why is Liverpool rated one of the worst cities to live in the UK? According to the statistics, it says that this city is full of corruption and history. However, some areas still face high poverty and crime. Can you imagine? In the UK, England for that matter, part of the city haven't fully recovered economically, so opportunities can be limited. Don't you just imagine why is it like that, since this is the United Kingdom? It also says that housing is affordable, but some neighborhoods are run down. So my dear, think before you move there. Coming up on the number 8 is Blackpool, England. Blackpool, as we know it, used to be very popular for seaside town, but right now it is facing a lot of problems, and some of those problems are high rates of drug use, unemployment, and poor quality housing. So many people are moving away instead of moving in. Now, if you are just moving to the UK or you're relocating to the UK, my dear, you might want to think if Blackpool should even be in your list of cities to move to, because nobody loves unemployment. You need employment to be able to sustain yourself and live in the UK, and Blackpool is not there according to statistics. Coming up in number 7 is Wolverhampton, England. Now, why is this one rated one of the worst cities to live in the UK? According to the statistics, it says some areas are very deprived, meaning not many job opportunities or community services. Like I said already, job is a very important part of our life as humans. We need employment to be able to sustain ourselves, to feed ourselves and our family. So if this place won't guarantee you job, my dear, think before you move. It also says that the education system and healthcare in some parts are struggling. We already know that when it comes to the UK, the waiting list can be long for NHS. So now imagine Wolverhampton clearly stating that healthcare actually be struggling when it comes to Wolverhampton. So you want to think before you move there. And not just that, it says that the crime and safety are a concern in certain neighborhoods. My dear, think before you move there. Coming up in number 6 is Birmingham, England. Birmingham is one of the UK biggest cities, but parts of Birmingham actually has very high crime rates. And the statistics also reveal that traffic and public transport can be stressful. And not to forget that some areas are quite overcrowded and housing is also short as well. So that means finding a place to live can be quite difficult in some parts of Birmingham. And did you forget what it says? It has very high crime rates. Very high. It didn't say high. It says very high. My dear, think before you move to Birmingham, UK. Coming up in the 5th place of the worst cities to live in the UK is Stoke-on-Trent, England. This particular city used to be a former industrial city that has lots of factories and jobs. And it also says that young people live because there's not much happening there, and the public transport and nightlife are limited. If you like fun, if you like the nightlife, Stoke-on-Trent is not guaranteeing you that. I would say that if you like the quiet life, the calm life, this city can be good for you. But if you like the high life, if you like the night life, and you want a place where it is happening, Stoke-on-Trent is not for you, my dear. So moving to the 4th place of the worst cities to live in the United Kingdom is Bradford, England. Bradford happens to be one of the poorest city in the UK. If you're looking for big rich people, Bradford is telling you that it is one of the poorest. So we shouldn't expect too much from it. It also adds that high unemployment and lots of families struggling with basic needs. Even the basic need, people are struggling with it when it comes to Bradford. That is a lot. I can see why it comes up as one of the poorest cities, because if it's very high on unemployment, that means people are not working, finance is not coming in, money is not coming in. That means people are going to struggle to meet their basic needs, as it says already. And also schools and healthcare are under pressure in many parts. I wouldn't expect less, because if unemployment is low, people are unable to meet even their basic needs. That means the queue for NHS over there is gonna be very, very long. Coming up in the 3rd place of the worst cities to live in the UK is Hull, East Yorkshire. It says this city has seen years of low investment and high poverty. A lot of people rely on government support, and some areas have very few services and high crime rates. Mind you, being the 3rd, relying on government support mostly, having high crime rates and very few services, think twice. Moving up to the 2nd place of the worst cities to live in the UK is Basildon, Essex. It says the town often ranks low in national satisfaction surveys. Crime has increased in recent years and not much to do for young people or families. Again, if you want that lifestyle where you can achieve your dreams and many other things, going from what is poor here, it looks like it is not for young people or even families. Now, which city do you think is gonna come up as the number 1 worst city to live in the United Kingdom? Can you just leave a comment telling me which city you think is gonna be the city before I mention it, just to see if you already know or if you believe it's probably gonna be that particular city I know of or I've been hearing of. So leave it on the comment section just before I say it. So drum roll. And the number 1 worst city to live in the United Kingdom is Rushmore, Hampshire. Oh my days, why is this particular city rated the worst, like the number 1? It says most of the surveys that came in rated it the worst city because it has long NHS waiting times. That means if you're ill and you need help with NHS, the waiting time can be very long. We all know how important the services rendered by the medical services is to everyone. So I see why they would definitely rate it the worst city to live in the UK. And secondly, it says it has low community involvement. So people in that community, they don't like to involve. Maybe if they call for the meetings, nobody's turning up for it. So another reason is because not enough public spaces, youth centers, or family activities. And many locals say the area lacks a sense of community. Looking at the fact that it doesn't have public spaces or youth centers, that already tells why it lacks sense of community, because these things are built up to raise the younger ones, to raise ideas and people that need assistance with growing their creativity. So when these things are lacking, it's going to deprive those people that live in that cities of useful information and useful tips that will help them grow. So now that you know the 10 worst cities to move to or relocate to or live in the United Kingdom, should this not stop you from moving to these cities? Like, should this scare you away from even adding the cities to your list of places to live in the United Kingdom? And the simple answer for that is not necessarily. But if you are moving for the first time to the United Kingdom, and if you know you'll be moving to the United Kingdom with kids or limited support, it is very, very vital that you do a bit more research into the cities or whichever city you want to move to, so that you don't move there and then you're being surprised and your expectations are not met. So make sure you do your research. It is very, very important. Remember, it is important that you consider your safety, the schools you're going to go to or your kids will be going to, the housing and job access before you make your decision or before you move or relocate to any of the cities I have mentioned. So let me know in the comment section which UK city you're considering moving to, or are you currently living in one of those I have mentioned in this video? What is your experience like living in any of the cities I have mentioned on this video? What has helped you to live in this city in a better way? We would like to know. Please share it on the comment section so you can help other people that live in the same city as you. Also, do not forget to check out other videos I have made about the UK new changes and also for visa sponsorship. If you're looking for COS, certificate of sponsorship, to live in the United Kingdom, I have other videos on that which I will leave on the iCards on my description box, so make sure you do check them out. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, come on, please subscribe, like this video, share this video, and do me a favor by commenting on this video today. And remember, on this channel I share everything UK immigration and relocation tips. Every single week I do drop a video, so make sure you come back for more. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Thank you once again and have a wonderful evening. Bye bye now.